pain. Squeeze my hand if you have pain. Squeeze my hand if you have pain.
Celine Dion is actually the first person I've seen in the public eye that's talked about stiff person syndrome, let alone like kind of showed a little bit of her journey. And it's one that a lot of people go on. And a lot of times it's not always pegged down as stiff person syndrome because it's kind of got a little bit of vagary around some of the diagnostic criteria because you're mostly looking at like stiff axial muscles with periodic dystonic storms where you see muscles that like co-contract with each other, and like you see in her documentary, if you haven't seen it you should, where they can be painful, they're uncomfortable, we get these dystonic storms, and then as you do they kind of ramp up. But the interesting part is the sensory signals are normal when you do sensory testing, the motor signals are normal when you do motor testing, so it's happening in the brain. So we think of particularly these pathways that are going to be associated with that axial musculature that have to do with the central pattern generators, kind of this, it's almost like kind of the automatic part of spine and postural control in these areas in kind of the upper brainstem and the midbrain related to the basal ganglia and then into the prefrontal cortex. So they're complicated cases. I would love to see her get some help. If you watch this documentary, this poor fellow that she's got with her is kind of in over his head. But hey, if you're out there, we'd love to try to help or point you to somebody that can. So hope that helps. If you're dealing with stiff person syndrome, I feel for you, and anything we can do to help, let me know.